Hello everyone. In this presentation, I will walk through my executive dashboard for Netflix mobile app review analysis. This dashboard builds on my previous assignment where I analyzed Netflix mobile app user reviews using natural language processing and machine learning. For this assignment, my goal was not just to analyze the data, but to communicate results in a way that is useful for a C-site audience. The purpose of this dashboard is to help Netflix executive leadership quickly understand customer sentiment about the mobile app, identify the main drivers of dissatisfaction, review high-level model results, and support strategy decision-making. Since the audience is non-technical, I designed the dashboard to be simple, visually clear, and action-oriented. Instead of focusing on technical details, the dashboard emphasized the business meaning, risk areas, and recommended next steps. The key strategy business question behind this dashboard is whether the mobile app experience may contributing to customer dissatisfaction and possibly churn. If customers repeatedly face problems such as loading failures, account issues, payment friction, or dissatisfaction with available content, that can reduce engagement and damage the customer experience. For Netflix leadership, the important question is not just what customers are saying, but which issues are serious enough to deserve executive attention and resource allocation. The dashboard is designed to answer five main questions. First, how satisfied are customers overall with the Netflix mobile app? Second, are certain platforms showing more dissatisfaction than others? Third, what themes appear most often in negative reviews? Fourth, can model results be used to monitor negative sentiment at scale? And fifth, what actions should leadership prioritize based on these results? To make the dashboard useful for executives, I translated the insights from Assignment 2 into high-level outputs rather than technical outputs. In Assignment 2, I performed task cleaning, exploratory NLP analysis, feature engineering, and predictive modeling. For the dashboard, I converted those analytical results into metrics, charts, filters, complaint themes, and simple model summaries. In other words, instead of showing the full technical workflow, I show what leadership needs to know, the size of the issue, the sources of dissatisfaction, and the business implications. The dashboard begins with an executive summary section at the top. That includes key performance indicators such as the number of reviews in the current view, the average rating, the share of low-rated reviews, and the model's F1 score. I place these metrics at the top because executives typically want a quick summary before they explore details. This layout allows leadership to immediately understand the scale of the problem and whether the filter segment looks relatively healthy or relatively risky. The first remaining section is the customer sentiment overview. This section includes a rating distribution chart, a sentiment mix visualization, and a platform comparison. These visualizations are appropriate for a C-suite audience because they are straightforward, easy to read, and directly connected to business questions. For example, the rating distribution helps executives see whether feedback is mostly positive or polarized. The sentiment mix make it easy to understand how much of the current feedback is positive, neutral, or negative. The platform comparison highlights whether one mobile ecosystem may require more urgent product attention than another. The second major section focuses on drivers of dissatisfaction. This is especially important because leadership does not only need to know that customers are unhappy, they need to know why. In this section, I included a complete theme chart and a chart of the most common terms in negative reviews. This visual summarizes large volumes of unstructured text in a simple way. Instead of requiring the audience to read hundreds of comments, the dashboard surfaces patterns such as content availability issues, device or update issues, payment and pricing complaints, account or login problems, and playback or loading issues. I also included sample negative reviews so executives can see a few real customer voices behind the aggregated patterns. The third major section is model insights. In my assignment to analysis, I built a text classification model to predict whether reviews were positive or negative based on their task. For the exclusive dashboard, I simplified the model output so it remains interpretable. I included high-level evaluation metrics such as accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. I also visualized terms most associated with negative and positive reviews. This helps leadership understand that the model is learning meaningful patterns, not just producing a score with no explanation. In addition, I included a live example prediction box where a user can type in a sample review and see whether the model predicts positive or negative sentiment. This makes the model more tangible and easier to understand for non-technical users. One important design choice was interactivity. The assignment required at least two to three interactive features, and I included more than that to make the dashboard more useful for decision making. The dashboard contains a platform filter, a rating range slider, a language group filter, a keyword search box, and a minimum review length slider. This feature allows executives to narrow the dashboard to the specific segment they want to examine. For example, they can focus only on Google Play reviews, only on very low ratings, or only on reviews containing words like payment, login, or crash. This makes the dashboard more than a static report. It becomes a decision support tool that allows leadership to explore problems from different angles. I also designed the model section and the recommendation section to be practical rather than technical. The model is present as an early warning system for rising dissatisfaction. This framing is important because C-suite leaders generally do not need to know the full modeling mechanics. They need to know whether the tool is reliable enough to support monitoring and action. In this case, the model helps identify patterns in review text that are strongly associated with negative experiences, which can help Netflix monitor sentiment at scale and respond more quickly to emerging problems. The recommendations section connects the dashboard directly to business action. Based on the analysis, the main recommendations are to improve playback stability and loading reliability, reduce account and login friction, review billing and payment experience, and monitor dissatisfaction themes on an ongoing basis. I presented these recommendations clearly because the value of an executive dashboard is not only to visualize data, but to support prioritization and action. The dashboard helps leadership decide where to allocate product, engineering, and customer experience resources. Executives can use this dashboard in several ways. They can use it to compare dissatisfaction across platforms, identify which themes are most damaging to the mobile app experience, evaluate whether negative sentiment is concentrated in specific customer segments, and review how model-based monitoring can support ongoing decision-making. For example, if the dashboard shows that low-rated reviews on one platform are dominated by loading and device issues, leadership may decide to prioritize engineering fix there first. If complaint themes shift toward billing or account issues, then a cross-functional action may be needed across product, support, and payment teams. Like any business tool, This dashboard has both strengths and limitations. Its strengths are that it converts unstructured, revealed text into a simple executive interface, provides meaningful features for exploration, combines descriptive insights with model outputs, and ties the visuals directly to business recommendations. Its main limitation is that it uses App Store review data as a proxy for satisfaction rather than actual churn data. In addition, SIM detection is approximate because it is based partly on keywords, and App Store reviewers may not represent all Netflix mobile users, so the dashboard is best used as a directional decision support tool rather than a perfect measurement system. In conclusion, the dashboard is designed to help Netflix leadership move from raw customer feedback to strategic action. It shows overall sentiment, highlights the key drivers of dissatisfaction, summarizes model results in a clear and interpretable way, and provides interactive tools that support focused exploration. Overall, the dashboard demonstrated how task analysis and machine learning can be translated into executive-friendly business intelligence that supports better decisions about the Netflix mobile app experience. Thank you.